And here we go. Hello, everyone. This is Father Matthew Graham providing you a parish update for April 30th. So, a lot of things going on, and wanted to kind of provide an update for you with things that are going on both locally, nationally, but just in the general life of the church as we proceed on with everything going on. So, first off is a reminder about tomorrow and through Friday. Tomorrow's Friday, but we're having rosaries again this week. We'll have a rosary again this evening at 5:30. We've been doing this for the past couple of weeks, and so we'll join in praying the luminous mysteries this evening. There will also be a rosary tomorrow morning. Now, Friday, yes, we enter into May, which is the month of Mary as well, and it's also the feast day of St. Joseph the Worker. So we will pray a rosary at 9 a.m., specifically praying for all workers at the moment, especially those who've been affected as a result of this pandemic, for those who have been lost their jobs, those who've been furloughed, those who's had their hours reduced and are just very uncertain, from the service industry and on. And especially I know in our area for those in the oil fields. So we'll offer our rosary tomorrow for that, and as well as preparing for the consecration happening later that day. I will mention that in a moment. And then we'll gather again on Saturday morning, which is the first Saturday of the month. We'll at 9 a.m. offer a rosary of the joyful mysteries, followed by praying the litany of Loreto. And it's a wonderful devotion in life of the church, especially for First Friday. So that will be offered tomorrow. So again, just a summary of our rosaries that are happening tomorrow. As I mentioned too, that tomorrow is also, there's a consecration going on. As I sent some information out on Monday, Archbishop Gomez, who is the Archbishop of Los Angeles, but also he is the president of the United States Catholic Conference of Bishops, is having all the bishops of the United States, as well as joining the bishops of Canada, to reconsecrate our countries to the Blessed Mother, this time under the title of Mary, Mother of the Church, to pray for our countries during this pandemic. It's a beautiful symbol reminding ourselves of the intercession of the Blessed Mother, whom we look to, who knows the closest to the heart of her Son, whom we look to as a mother figure to help us and during our difficult moments, but also our joyful moments. And so I think this is going to be a beautiful way to enter the month of May, which is for Mary as well. And so that will be tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Time. And this is an image to the website. If you look on the very top here, lacatholics.org/consecration. Now, this is kind of very similar to what we did on Good Friday. Archbishop Gomez led all of the nation in a prayer to Litany of the Sacred Heart of Jesus on Good Friday, asking for that intercession. And so we'll be doing the same thing, and there's information how you can participate, either through their website or through Facebook Live, and watching the live stream, and they'll have aids, little booklets that you can use. So I'm presuming this will be a mass along with the consecration prayers. So I remember watching on Good Friday, and there were well over, I think, 12 to 13,000 people who joined in watching that live, and it was very moving for me. And I know since they're appealing to everyone, it will be both in English as well as Spanish, so there will be kind of a crossroads over there, but the little worship book they provide will help everybody as we go through this. So I encourage you, please join me. I'm going to watch it tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Again, it's just another beautiful way that our church is uniting itself during this difficult moment of praying and uniting ourselves for those who are suffering, and reminding ourselves too that, all right, Lord, you're in charge, and we're asking for your grace to help us. And then also tomorrow's going to be a very busy day for me as well, is that typically at 3 o'clock we've been joining to pray the Divine Mercy Chaplet. So probably have to break away from that special Mass of what's going on there, and I'll have everything ready for this. At 3 o'clock we'll pray the Divine Mercy Chaplet, and this being the first Friday of the month as well, that we will pray the Litany of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. Again, a great devotion in the life of the church, and very attached to to First Friday devotions. So, seeing a lot of the beauty of the church come out, I know for a lot of people, including myself, in some ways this has been difficult because we're not maybe on a normal schedule. But what's been helping me is the liturgical calendar of the church. This how much goes on liturgically throughout the year reminds me of where we're at and certain saints that I know. And so at least I know what is going on, what day of the month we're in because of the liturgical calendars. We see the beauty of our faith coming out even during these difficult moments. And that's been helping me. And I hope sharing many of these things with you has been of great assistance to you as well. Again, going back now to tomorrow being May, as I said beforehand, May is dedicated to as a month towards Mary. And one of the great traditions that was way back in the day and has come back is the tradition of May crownings, where we would crown a statue or an image of Mary, reminding ourselves of asking for her intercession, kind of like I talked about with the consecration that is going on. And so typically we would do this at our parish masses, at our schools, but of course we can't do that this year. So what I'm trying to do is provide resources for everyone to do something at home. I've put together an order of service as well as other resources for you to use. And encourage you, please do this at home, whether with a statue inside or maybe a statue outside. So if you go to our church's website, as soon as you get in there, you'll see this very first page, which says Easter Resources. If you click on there, then you can scroll down a little bit. I have a whole section about May, month dedicated to Mary. And on there, the very top it says click here to an order of service to do your own May crowning. And I've put together a little booklet it's in PDF that has for someone to be a leader, and then all the little steps that you need to go in through there. So please share that, use that. I hope it's a great resource for everyone going to this month. If you don't have a statue of Mary, here's a link to one company that can do that, and some different blog posts about it, as well as a great resource for every day during May. I came across this, and for each day it has a different prayer or reflection. So I wanted to make sure to share those with you. And so that is a great way to can do it. And what I'm going to encourage people to, like many people did for the Stations of the Cross, maybe to gather as a street or wherever you live, and maybe do something communally. Maintain that social distancing, of course, but maybe you can do something for your street, or you can all do it around the same time and go around and see how you decorated a statue outside or erected a statue outside. I'll never forget when I was recently previous February, I was in Ireland, and how almost every intersection had an image of the Blessed Mother, especially in the rural areas. It was almost like an entrance to the subdivision, to a little area, a little Marian shrine, the different Marian statue and flowers. So maybe this is something for you to consider for your own neighborhood and where you're at. And I encourage you, take pictures, submit them to me. I've got pictures at scesjchurch.com. I'll send that information out through Flocknote and share it on our Facebook page. But that's another great way of bringing our faith to life, of everything that's been happening and going on, and sharing it with those around us, and reminding ourselves too of whose intercession we seek during this time. And then make sure I go through my list. If you go to our church website, we just updated the bulletin for this weekend. And then I've also posted on YouTube the first class I did on the fourth part of the Catechism of the Catholic Church. I will send a link out in Flocknote about that. And then also a reminder too that daily our churches are open every day from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. St. Jules, St. Elizabeth, and the St. Martin Mission Chapel in Bruley, St. Martin. So please, if you're getting cooped up and just need to get out or a place to go pray, know that every day from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Those places are open for prayer. And then finally, kind of still addressing the sacraments, and I probably need to do a better job about this. The sacrament of reconciliation is still available. And so what I'm going to start doing now is offering a dedicated time twice a week to offering the sacrament of reconciliation. So what I have done is, if you go to our church website below that banner, you'll see a new button called Schedule a Confession. And if you click on there, you'll see there's a great video talked by Father Mike Schmitz about the confession as a place of victory. And if you've never watched it, I encourage you to watch it. And the very top says, click here to sign up for a confession spot. And what I have done is used up the program called a website called Sign Up Genius to where you can go and look at. And what I'm going to do is every Monday and Friday offer 2 hours of confessions. So Mondays and Fridays from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. I'm going to have confessions available. I'm going to sit outside. And what I'm encouraging people to do is not just to show up, but to sign up for a particular spot. I put the warning here, and I put it on the Sign Up Genius site. It says, please do not use your real name when signing up. You may use an alias or something random to reserve that spot, so as to protect your anonymity. You do not have to provide an email address when signing up. So if you click here, if you click on there up top to do that, well, then what happened is you'll come to a page that looks like this, and then you can scroll down, and there's spots set up every 10-minute increments from 4 to 6 p.m. on that Mondays and Fridays throughout May. You just click on where it says sign up, the slot that you want, and the bottom you hit submit and sign up, and it's going to ask you for your name and an email address. All you have to do is just put whatever, and that spot will be reserved. And so I want to start offering the Sacrament of Reconciliation again to people, and what we'll do is we will meet at the back of the St. Jules Rectory. I have some rocking chairs in the back, and we'll just meet outside, and I'll have a fan going, and if there's a lot of people signing up, then I'll provide some more information. But I want to let you know that the Sacrament of Reconciliation is still being offered. Instead of people calling to make an appointment, I hope this makes it easier for people to look into their own schedules and to sign up to go to the Sacrament of Reconciliation. As of right now, it would be face-to-face. Hopefully at some point soon we can go back into the confessional once we can have more public things going on. But this makes it easier for me, and still have that spacing, that 6 feet of spacing, but still allow people to go to the Sacrament of Reconciliation. So really that's the parish update for today. I hope this provides you a lot of good information of things that are happening now and coming up. And as I'll try to do again, I will, once the weekend is over, I'll provide another update on Monday of things that are happening, and we'll go from there. So please continue to pray for each other, pray for me. Know that I am praying for you. I miss you, and I look forward to the day when we all can gather again to worship together, but also just to have that fellowship together as well. God bless.